Hello again, good morning. What's with all the videos on my channel lately? Been going a bit mad. Yes, new toy joy! Yes, new line of toys has just come out for the 2015 Robots in Disguise cartoon show. And they've hit stores in the UK, most notably Smyths Toys Superstore. Now, you want to get out there because the first wave has been released, which is 4 toys. And I picked a couple up this morning. So I got me Grimlock and I got me Strongarm. Today's review, I'm going to be reviewing Strongarm. Well, the reason being is because not many people on YouTube have reviewed this lady yet. So I thought, well, I might as well get on the bandwagon straight away and review Strongarm. Now, before we go into any detail about the figure, let's talk about the box, because I've noticed what few reviews of these characters there are on YouTube. People have been harping on about the new box. What's there to say about it? Well, it's got the new Transform, well, the normal Transformers logo as it is now. Got the new Robots in Disguise logo. You've got a piece of CGI rendered artwork of the character from the new show. You've got the rectangular plastic bubble, picture of the alt mode, blah blah blah. I mean, I've got an example of Age of Extinction box, fairly similar, just, you know, rehashed image because of the new show. But it's on the back where things get interesting, because in a departure from previous toys, what they're doing now is they're putting the transformation sequence on the back of the box, so you don't get a separate sheet of paper inside with the transformation instructions. Now that's different. They've also simplified the transformation of these new characters a little bit. I mean, this one transforms in 8 steps rather than, let's say, I don't know, 15, 20 steps for previous characters of the Deluxe line. This is also a warrior class figure, which is effectively equivalent to a Deluxe size. Now, I don't know why they've renamed all the different classes, but they just have for this line. Deal with it. Most of the first wave that's been released is 4 characters in the warrior class. That's Strongarm, Bumblebee, Grimlock, and Steeljaw for the Decepticons. I've picked up 2 for the characters because these are the 2 that I really wanted. So let's get into Strongarm. And here we have Strongarm. Now, she does come slightly mistransformed in the pack. This back flap is in the down position when really, according to the instructions, it's supposed to fold up against her back like that, I think. Anyway, so toy in hand, what do we think? Well, okay, right, here she is. Now, having seen the trailers for the new show that's coming out next year, this is one of the characters that I wanted to get. A couple of reasons. One, I haven't got many fembots in my collection, and 2, she's just different from other fembots. She's got a lot of chunk going on. Most fembots are very small and petite and sort of streamlined, you know, very sort of, you know, feminine form. Strongarm isn't like that. I mean, she is just full-on chunk. I mean, she has got quite a narrow waist and a bit of chest plating going on, and she's got a typical fembot head sculpt that's very sort of narrow, and it's got, you know, goes down to a very pointy V at the chin, and she's got looking like a brow crest. But decent figure. Right, let's just get on with this review proper. Obviously, starting out on the robot mode, because this is how it come out of the packaging. Comes with a gun. Nice looking gun. Lots of detail. It's got a sort of a flash on the end that's painted blue. What is she like? Well, like I said, she's white, she's blue, she's chunky, she's got Quite a few paint apps going on. Head's nicely detailed. Got the new style faction symbols with the roundel on a chest. Articulation. It's got like a pivot on the shoulder, which then goes on to a ball joint. I think it's a ball joint. Yeah, so her arm will not quite go all the way around for some reason. I don't know why. Oh yes, it will. There we go. It will go all the way around. The elbow joint is inside the arm here. So, and also because her arm's made out of a chunk of the front of the vehicle, got the fist is encased inside. Again, no fist swivel. She has got a forearm swivel. So she's trying to, you know, salute, like I think she does to Bumblebee in the clip. Difficult to do it because her arm's so chunky. So that's basically the top half. I mean, the head is on a ball joint. It a little bit of rock backwards and forwards, and it goes all the way round. So that's pretty good. No light pipe, unfortunately. The eyes are painted. There's no light piping in the head. Moving down to the bottom, she does have a waist joint, which goes all the way round. That's good. Ball jointed hips that go full forward, full back. Then she's got a thigh swivel, single jointed knee, but it goes back 90 degrees. And then the toe is just on a pivot. The foot is just on a pivot for the transformation. So you can get a little bit of movement on the toe, but it's forwards and backwards, not side to side. So there's no heel pivots on it. So yeah, it's a fairly standard deluxe size character. She's got a few voids going on in the back of her legs. That's just normal. The plastic is quite thin, but seems to be fairly sturdy. Wheels are a bit rattly. Front ones are better, but the back ones bit cheap. So there we go. For a couple of quick size comparisons. Here she is, next to Age of Extinction Evasion Mode Optimus Prime. As you can see, she's most definitely deluxe size. And here she is next to Generation Skids. So yeah, fairly comparable sized deluxe figure there. Right, let's get her into truck mode. Start off with the feet. You fold the feet round until these panels line up here. And there's a bit of a click and they go into place. You then put the legs together, sort of. Then you twist the torso around the opposite way. This back section, you flip it round. Now there's these two hooks which clip into slots on the back of the bed. Like so. And you could do with getting the arms out of the way at the moment. Then you these side flaps. They've got pegs on them which peg in to to the rear panels on the bed, like so. You then take the arms, flip the the forearms round to the front. There's a peg there and a peg there, and that panel clips into there, and then there's another peg on the top which clips into there. The panel forming's a bit of a swine on this one. When you're pressing on one side of the vehicle in order to get one side lined up, the other side has a tendency to pop out. Come on, there we go. Right, so we've got them panels done in, and then it's just the front bit. Now it says in the instructions, this chest plate, you've got to fold it down, but there's no real reason to do that, because you can leave it in place and have her in vehicle mode, as you'll see when I'm finished. So you have these little flaps on the arms that fold over, open them out. You then clip them together, and then you fold the front of the vehicle into place. And getting this to clip together is a bit awkward. Yeah, I'm having trouble getting this to sit together. And there we go. Strongarm in her truck mode. Now if you look underneath, obviously a bit of visible head syndrome. I mean, really it would have been better if that folded up forwards and then clipped into the front to hold it together, but as it happens, the chest plate, you can just leave it in situ, but it does say fold it down like that. Now apparently she can, I think, store her weapon in vehicle mode. Ah, that's the reason, there you go. Weapon plugs into there, and then she rolls. So there we have one chunky police, pickup truck. She doesn't seem to have so many paint apps on her vehicle mode as she did in robot mode. There's a lot of, even though you've got the blue and white stripes, there's not much else in the way of detail. I mean, the wheels are plain black, as you can see, because of the way the wheels are designed. But the back are a bit cheap. Front wheels roll a bit better. Front of a vehicle mode, it's mostly white. You've got the small Autobot symbol in the middle, the headlights picked out in blue, but no other paint apps. Bit of moulding on the front, but nothing else. On the roof, obviously you've got the police lights picked out in paint. You've got a peg in the top, which I assume you could put a weapon in. Yeah, there you go, you can put a weapon in the top. And on the back, again, just the blue and the white. There's some moulded detail there, but not much in the way of paint apps. So this is one character that could definitely benefit from some customization. You've got these little things on the wheel arches as well, which in the show are actually coloured. They've got glowing bits on these things on the wheel arches, so that's something else that can be picked out in colour. So I like her bot mode, but her truck mode is a bit it's a bit plain. Could really do with more paint apps. And I noticed some of the lines, that line there, the masking on the paint, it's not very crisp, it's a bit fuzzy. And looking at it, yeah, some of the lines aren't totally crisp. Could definitely use some paint apps. But on the whole, it's not a bad little figure. I quite like it. The bot mode looks nice. Just a shame it's let down a little bit with the somewhat bland looking alt mode. So this is the first, well, one of the characters from the first wave of the RID line. I'm moderately pleased with it. It's quite good. Not fantastic, but it's okay. Whether or not they will do a Voyager size is unknown. I mean, this is quite a big thing. Really, you want something to compare it to. Just give me a minute. Okay, for a size comparison, I got me Classics Ultra Magnus, and there is Strongarm next to it. As you can see, compared to this, she's a bit oversized. In her vehicle mode, is like quite chunky. It's shorter and not quite so tall, but it is slightly wider. And if this was to be a scaled truck, you know, heavy goods vehicle, you know, articulated unit, and this was supposed to be just a big, you know, big pickup truck, they would be just totally out of scale. I mean, look at the size of the wheels. This would basically be a monster truck by comparison with this. So, yeah, she's very chunky. I just wish, like I said, they'd made a little bit more effort with the paint apps on the truck mode. I'm going to have to check out the teaser clips from the new show to see if they really have captured the paint scheme on a truck mode, which I very much doubt. Anyway, that's that. That's my review on RID 2015 Warrior Class Strongarm. Hope you liked it. Anybody who's new to my channel, please feel free to check out my other videos. I know I'm rubbish at reviewing Transformers, but how many other people have done this yet? I will be doing these other guys as soon as. So Grimlock is next. And I also picked up Power Battler Snarl. So yeah, see you later. Bye.